Afternoon, ladies and gents. My name's Melissa, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And I've very quickly come on as I had a phone call last night from my daughter, and it was down the lines of, "Mum, do you remember that card you made for Barry for your anniversary?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "Could you explain to me how you do it?" Well, I know my daughter. And a lot like me, she's a visual learner. So this is for you, by the way. This is the daughter that will be 30 on the 20th of November when my Christmas decorations go up. So what we're making, or what I'm going to show you the constructions of, this is Stampin' Up craft card, and you get it 12 by 12 sheets. And you need a sheet that measures 7 by 12 inches, and it's a double diamond filled card that you're going to be making. Well, I'm going to show you the base of how you decorate it is up to you. So your first score line is going to be at 3 inches. Okay, and I desperately need a new scoreboard, so don't be looking at mine. Your second one is going to be a 4.5. Okay, your third one is going to be at 7.5. I can't even see. And your fourth one is going to be at 9, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to move this down because I can't see. Your fourth one is going to be at 9 inches. And I keep jumping the lines. That's how old this scoreboard is. Okay, so that's 3 inches, 4.5 inches, 7.5 inches, and 9 inches. Then what you're going to do is you're going to flip that card over, and you're going to take a pencil. I'll move you back up. And you're going to mark it at 1.5 inches. Just a little tiny mark with a pencil. At 1.5 inches and at 10.5 inches. Sorry about my arm coming across. And then rotate it and do exactly the same. 1.5 inches. This is on your long side, by the way. And 10.5. Okay. Then you're going to turn it to your short side, and you're going to measure it at 3.5 inches. Just put a little tiny mark at 3.5 inches on both sides. Okay, everyone with me so far? So now I'm going to take my scoreboard away, and I have to try and be quiet because I was told off for banging my tools around. So that's what your card should look like now. Just ignore where I've jumped. So that's your score lines. And on the reverse, you've marked it with a pencil at 1.5, 10.5, and 3.5. Okay. So where you put them marks on the top corner, there, you're going to bring in your trimmer. And this might be a long video, ladies and gents. I do apologise. Do it quietly now. Okay. So where you've made them marks, you're going to line them up on your trimmer Okay, just like that. And you're just gonna chop them off. So it now looks like that. Okay, and you're gonna turn it on the same side, but just turn it to the other corner, and you're just gonna line them up again, and again you're just gonna chop them off. And you're going to do exactly the same on the other end. Line it up on the marks that you made. You're going to chop that off, or maybe not. Chop it off. My hubby's decided he's going to buy me a new trimmer and a new scoreboard. He's going to put the order in next week. And the opposite corner, and you chop that off. Right, now I'm going to move the trimmer. So that's what your card should look like on both ends. Okay, so now I'm going to just bring in my craft mat, and what you're going to do is, you see this, if I fold it you might see it better. See that score line, the second one, okay, this one, which would be your second score line. You're going to take your card from that corner to that corner, okay, diagonally. So for that, you're going to need your ruler, okay, and you're just going to line that up with them two corners. And I've just brought in a very blunt scoring tool. And I'm sorry if the camera's wobbling, I do apologise. And you're just going to make a score line like that. Can you see that? Okay, so now you're going to go from this corner, okay, down to this corner. And it will all make sense, I promise you. So we're going from the top corner to this bottom one here. And you're just going to score. Okay, so now you should have a cross in the middle like that. Okay, and you're going to do exactly the same on the opposite end. So we're going to go from this corner to the corner of the second score line. And we're just going to give that a good score. Okay, and then from the top of your second score line to the bottom where we cut off the corner. Okay, so now you should end up with two crosses, one on that end, one on that end. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to burnish the original score lines that we made. So the first one we fill back and burnish it, and the second one you fold forward and burnish it. Okay, ignore them triangles for a minute. So the first one you fold back, and the second one you fold forward. Okay, so that's what you should be looking at the minute. Okay, and now for them triangle score lines that you've just made, you're gonna fold them over like that and give them a good burnish, and then the other one. And again, give it a good burnish. Okay, so that's what it should look like at the minute. Okay, and you're going to do exactly the same on the other end. Okay, so that's our both ends. Okay, so now to fold it up, what you're going to do is you're going to keep hold of them, hold your diamond and push them in with your fingers. Okay, and just flatten it down. I haven't done that right. You want them to be out and the diamond to be in. If that makes sense. No, still not having it. Come on now. Told you it was going to be a long one. But we'll get there. Right. No. No. That's why I wasn't doing it right. Oh no, come on. It's not playing. See that child when she comes down on Sunday. Right. I'm going to burnish that and burnish that. That's what it should look like. So you took your triangles out, okay, but you push your diamond in. Now I know why I never made this card again afterwards. So we want it would help, wouldn't it? This craft card, maybe it wasn't the best card to use to show. I don't know. But just doesn't want to play ball. Definitely doesn't want to play. Let's see if I can score these lines again. Right, so oh, if you'd ever known the likes. Why are you not playing? Seems to be that centre bit there, just maybe a bit of a knot in the card or something, I don't know. There we go. So at the end of all that, ladies, you'll have time enough anyway to faff about. So that's what your card will look like on the back, okay? And that's what your card will look like on the front when you open it out. Now, I found to decorate, because after our phone conversation, I had to redo it all. So I started this one last night after our phone conversation. And all I done was, the way I folded the card, I folded my DSP, Designer Series paper, exactly the same way. And all I done is I scored it exactly the same way and everything. And all I done was I cut just before the score line. So that give me them little borders that you can see. Okay, and then it's just like a jigsaw puzzle when you're putting it all together. And I promise that I will finish this and put it on my blog and let you see it once I've finished decorating the outside of it. But yeah, that is how you do it at the minute. So I'll give you them measurements again. You're going to start off with a piece of card. I'm not going to open that again. I'll open this one. That measures 12 inches long by 7 inches wide. And you're going to score it at 3 inches, 4.5 inches, sorry, 3 inches there, this one, 4.5 inches, 7.5 inches, and 9 inches. Then you're going to flip it over and you're going to make a mark at 1.5 inches and 10.5 on both ends. You need both ends to be marked. And then you're going to make a mark at 3.5 inches on either side. Then you're going to, where you've made them marks, you're going to cut away the corners up to that 3.5 inch mark on both ends. Okay, so then to get that cross, you're going to take it from the 1.5 inch mark that you made down to the second score line, which is the 4.5. Okay, and then you're going to do it again from the second score line to this corner here where you made that. You can still see my pencil mark, the 1.5 inch mark. Okay, and that gives you the cross, and you do that on both ends, and you don't faff about with it like I did. You just show it who's boss. And that's what your card will look like once you've finished burnishing it and all. And then, as I say, for your DSP, you just do exactly the same folds, same score lines, same folds, and then cut it just before the score line. And then it's just like a big jigsaw puzzle to put it together. So I hope that helps. And Kirst, I'm going to kill you on Sunday when you come down. And you know what it'll be next? Mom, will you make that for me? Anyway, I hope that helps, ladies. I will leave all the measurements again down in the description bar, as I have been doing on all of my videos. And yeah, I will post this finished card on my blog, which is melscraftyspace.blogspot.com. For you all to go and have a look at my completed project. So there you go. That's the double diamond filled card. Anyway, take care for now, ladies and gents, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.